It started with a bus chartered out of Austin. 12 high school cheerleaders and their coach were on their way to a national cheerleading competition. The bus they hired was from a reputable company who thoroughly screened their drivers. The driver was named Adam Abrams. The coach was an average housewife and mother of one of the girls on board. There was nothing out of the ordinary. A janitor saw them leave on a Thursday morning. The entire bus disappeared, along with its 14 inhabitants. I can assure you, a search was done of the entire Austin area, as well as their route to the competition. There was no sign of them. They were last seen at a gas station, about 60 miles out of Austin. The clerk said a man entered and bought a cup of coffee, but it was mostly sugar and milk. He paid for the drink and returned to the bus. Besides this one sighting, it was like the bus never existed. The first inclination was to blame the bus driver, but he had no criminal record. On all accounts, he seemed like a friendly man who enjoyed his job. The thought was then that perhaps the bus had been held up or gotten into an accident. But no one could find the vehicle anywhere. A bus doesn't just go missing. It had to be out there, somewhere. The local police gave up on the case after a few months. The parents were devastated. They organized pathetic search crews, but, of course, it turned up nothing. Within the next year, it happened again. This time, it was a school bus. What made this one especially odd was that the trip was only a few miles long. It was supposed to go from the school to the Austin Science Museum. There were 32 fifth graders on the bus, along with a chaperone, a teacher, and the driver, Doris Delhart. They left the school at 9 a.m. and were seen by many witnesses. They headed off and were never seen or heard from again. The two cases were nearly identical. The buses completely vanished out of thin air. No one could find the actual vehicles or the people inside. When the public buses started disappearing, the FBI had to get involved. It became a matter of public safety. The buses were disappearing about once a month. It was never the same bus or the route. It was impossible to know who exactly was on each bus, so they had to wait for missing persons reports to come in. The only thing they knew for sure were the drivers' names: Tanner Tate, Michael Mortensen, Paul Palmello, and the list goes on. Over 100 people were missing now. Over 30 buses were also gone. But that's not the strangest thing. The strangest thing is that people started forgetting. The parents of those 12 cheerleaders would look at missing posters and no longer cry. The families of the fifth graders redecorated the bedrooms of their missing kids. People stopped knowing their lost friends. The community moved on, and even the fear of missing buses began to fade. They took public transit just like they used to do. It's a nifty thing. Time. It wipes clean the memories of human beings. Our memories, on the other hand, never go away. We never forget. This is helpful because we understand things, the inner core of everything we touch. When we select a group of humans, we never forget them. Even after their bodies have been experimented on, and they are nothing but ash and a stain on the metal floor. But we have collected enough data on busgoers. There seems to be a certain type of human who uses public transit or charters a bus. We have relocated our sights in a new direction. We are moving on now. Moving up, so to speak. So it is our recommendation that you stop taking public transportation. Taxis are so much more convenient, wouldn't you say?